Hey guys, Arena Stories here, and today I'll be showing you how you can beat every comp as a Rogue Mage comp in TBC. First off guys, we have Rogue Mage. Now when it does come down to Rogue Mage guys, both classes are 100% viable to go for and kill. It would really just depend on the situation, and one important thing I wanted to note, the millisecond the gates open guys, the first thing you're going to want to do is swap to your dagger. Now the reason why we do this is in case we cannot find the Rogue, and we do have to engage the Mage, and the best possible tactic against this is going in for a shadow step ambush repeatedly, adding pressure to the enemy mage while the enemy mage is engaging your mage. But in this scenario guys, we do happen to find the enemy rogue, and the millisecond you do happen to find the enemy rogue here, you're going to want to go in for a premeditation into a cheap shot, into a instant evasion in case he does manage to trinket and go for a blind, and we do have a 25% chance for the enemy rogue to miss his blind when we do have evasion up, and then we go in for a 5 combo point rupture. And the reason why we go for a 5 combo point rupture guys instead of a kidney shot is in case the rogue decides to go for a trinket on the kidney and completely reset. So in this scenario we do go for a 5 combo point rupture, the rogue instantly will go for a trinket on that cheap shot into a vanish trying to open us, we instantly trinket his cheap shot, go for a vanish, come back in, go for a shadow step into a cheap shot, into a kidney shot here guys, and it is basically all over here guys. And yes, when it does come down to TBC guys, your openers are extremely important. Now I'll be showing you guys another scenario here, but in this scenario we're actually going to go for the mage. And one other important thing I wanted to note guys, again as I've mentioned before, whenever you are fighting this comp and the millisecond the gates open, you do want to swap to a dagger on your main hand. But I also wanted to note something else. Typically in arena, whenever you're playing a rogue, you do want your main hand, which is your sword, to be coated with wound poison, and your offhand with crippling poison so you can shiv your target, and coating your dagger with mind numbing poison. And the reason why guys is because we do have a 30% chance for it to proc on the mage and slow down his cast time by 60% guys, avoiding any sheeps or any incoming damage on our friendly mage. So we're going to come in here guys. Notice how far I've gone from the sap guys. I max ranged on the sap there, sprinting away as fast as possible. Now the reason why we do this guys is in case the mage does decide to go for a trinket into a frost nova, forcing us to lose a cooldown like vanish. So we instantly do want to avoid that, gain max distance, waiting to see if the rogue does open. He does not. We're going to come in, shadow step into an ambush. The mind numbing poison does proc guys, which is huge. We instantly go for a vanish, go in for a preparation, just trying to apply as much pressure as possible to help out our mage, come back in, shadow step ambush, re-vanish once again. The rogue does come out trying to apply pressure on our mage, and he instantly goes for a vanish. We're basically waiting for the mage to come out of ice block and finish him off. He does come out, we go for an ambush eviscerate, and he will go down there guys. Again, whenever it does come down to rogue mage guys, your openers are extremely important as well as your setups. So if you cannot find the enemy rogue, you have to go for the mage, but if you do happen to find the rogue, you can instantly open on him. Now I'll be showing you guys another example here, and funny enough, in this example I just ran into ziqo. So we're going to come in here guys, we're going to try and find the rogue, which is PS hero. We're going to try and go for a sap on ziqo, but my partner already prematurely opened on him, which isn't the best guys. It is always best to let the rogue sap the target in order for your mage to spell steal the enemy mage's barrier, but it's completely fine. So we're forced to come in here guys, go for an ambush, instantly vanish. We do see the rogue, we go for a cheap shot on the rogue.
Bigshiv.
It is the big shiv.
I did not go for a rupture there. The reason why guys is because the kill target is now the mage and the rogue already came out, so we can control the situation. I go for a kidney shot, hoping he does trinket this into a closer shadows and going for a kick on ziqo. My partner does get his sheep on PS hero there. He will trinket that. He instantly went for an evasion there into a vanish. I do get blinded here. Absolutely fine guys. We get sheeped here. It's absolutely fine. We go for a trinket into a vanish. The reason why we do this guys is because our partner's pretty low on HP and he does not have his next ice block up, and the rogue can just come in and go for an ambush. So we instantly vanish, come back in, go for a cheap shot on the rogue into a blind, and finish off the mage. Now I'll be showing guys another example here. And yes, I will be showing you multiple examples with different scenarios, so you guys are best prepared for each and every different scenario. So we do happen to see the rogue here. We instantly just go for a sap guys. And I want you guys to notice that the mage is still in his invisibility spell, so we cannot sap the mage. We go for a cheap shot into a full bleed into an immediate vanish there guys. The rogue will instantly trinket that. We go for a vanish here into another cheap shot here into a kidney shot. Now the reason why the rogue did go for a instant trinket guys is because he wanted to avoid the bleed, but he does not expect that we're going to go for a bleed instead of a kidney shot, since they do typically wait for you to go for a kidney shot and then vanish, but that is not the play we're doing, guys. Again, we do want to bleed him first, so he cannot run away. So we go for a full kidney shot here, guys, and it is basically all over here. I'll be showing guys another example here. We're going to come in here, guys, go for a max distance sap on the mage there in case he does trinket and go for frost over. He does not. My partner does start spell stealing the mage, which is huge. We go for premeditation into a shadow step ambush. It does not crit, unfortunately. We instantly just go for vanish there. We do see the rogue. We instantly go for a cheap shot here, guys, into a kidney shot. Now the reason why we do that, guys, is because sometimes the rogue does get pressured and does go for a trinket. And even if he does not trinket the kidney shot, guys, your partner can still go in for a full sheep, and he eventually has to trinket that. And if he does, we can just go for a blind. The mage does come out. The rogue will instantly trinket, go for blind on us. We trinket his blind, go for blind on him, and it is basically all over, guys. I'll be showing guys one final example here. So in this scenario, guys, we're actually both on a bridge here. The mage does start casting blizzard in the middle of the arena. So in this scenario, guys, what you can do is just try to go around. So we jump down, trying to find the enemy rogue or trying to open on the mage. We do see the enemy rogue here. We go for a sap. And if you do happen to see the rogue this early, instantly just go for a cheap shot into a full rupture, into a vanish. Once again, he does not trinket that. And if he does not trinket that, guys, we just re-vanish, go for another cheap shot there, applying as much pressure as possible, then go for a kidney shot, into a preparation, into an immediate vanish here, and it is all over, guys. Now the next comp is going to be a restoration druid and a warrior. Now when it does come down to this comp, guys, it is pretty much a counter for them, since it is extremely easy for rogue mages to beat this comp. So we're going to come in here, guys. Our mage is actually going to 1v1 the warrior until we can find the druid or find a good opener here. The druid will come out trying to apply hots on the warrior here. We just go for a premeditation into a cheap shot here, into one hemorrhage, into an immediate gouge. Now the reason why we go for a gouge, guys, is to buy time for our partner to either CC the warrior, Frost Nova, so he will go for a polymorph there, guys. We instantly go for a full kidney shot here. The druid will immediately trinket this, and the millisecond he does, guys, instantly go for a blind and a vanish. Now the reason why we do this, guys, is because now we've just secured the win. The druid no longer has his trinket, he no longer has his defensives. The warrior still does have his trinket, which is absolutely fine. Our mage can still control the warrior with Frost Novas and slows. We keep resapping the druid, waiting for the cheap shot DR to come off, and buying our mate some time. We instantly go for a cheap shot here, into a hemorrhage, into a full kidney shot here, spamming damage on the druid. He absolutely cannot do anything here, and he will go down, guys. Now I'll be showing guys another example here. So we're gonna come in here, guys. Our mage is going to 1v1 the warrior here. We do happen to see the druid quite early, so we're instantly gonna go for a cheap shot here, into a full gouge, just buying time for our mage to get here and CC the warrior, into a full kidney shot there. The druid will swap into bear form, guys. Now please, when he does swap into bear form, do not blind him under any circumstances, guys, because we cannot resap him if he is not in human form. So we're going to take our time waiting for him to come out. He instantly comes out. We go for blind, instantly go for a vanish there, guys. Again, we've just secured the win here. The warrior will trinket. We go for resap on the druid there, waiting for the cheap shot DR to come off. Our partner will go for a Frost Nova here, and it is basically GG's, guys. We go for a cheap shot into a full kidney shot, and it is basically all over here, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. And yes, I am showing you guys multiple examples because I do want you to get comfortable here, and I want you guys to play like you have muscle memory versus each and every comp. Again, we see the druid here. Our mage is 1v1ing the warrior. Come in for a cheap shot, buying our partner time, go for a full gouge there. Our partner will get a CC on the warrior. We go for a full kidney shot on the druid here. The druid will not trinket this kidney shot, guys, because he understands what would happen if he does. So in this scenario, guys, we are forced to just pump him with a relentless amount of damage. I go for a vanish cheap shot here. Unfortunately, me and my partner overlap CCs. He goes for a counter spell. In this scenario, he's already at 10% HP, so it is safe to go for a full blind there, guys. Now you might be thinking, why didn't you just pump him? The reason why, guys, is because he can just use nature swiftness and top himself up to 90% HP. So we're going to go for a blind, play it safe here, go for a vanish. We're going to come back in here, guys, go for a growth into an eviscerate, and he will go down there, guys. Now I'll be showing you guys another example here, but in this scenario I will be performing a trick. It does not work 100% of the time, guys. I'm just showing you this in case you do want to try this out on your own. It is quite risky, but it could pay off. So the druid's going to come out here. He's in tree form. We're instantly going to go for a full gouge there, guys. Now the reason why we go for a full gouge is because sometimes the druids do tend to trinket thinking it's a cheap shot and trying to avoid incoming heavy damage and go in for a fairy fire on the rogue, causing him to lose his Cloaks of Shadows quite early, so we go for a gouge there. It does not pay off, unfortunately, guys. We go for a cheap shot here, buying time for our mage to get here. Our mage will go for a sheep on the warrior. We go for a full kidney shot here. He will trinket, go into bear form, charge our mage. We instantly just go for a blind there, guys, and vanish. So we're just waiting for the DRs to come off. We go for a sap on the druid there. Now, I want you guys to notice something extremely important here. This is actually a crucial moment when it does come down to rogue mage, and this will make all the difference between losing and winning the match. If you notice, the warrior just intervened the druid here. And what does that mean, guys? The next ability that does hit the druid will be transferred to the warrior. So if I go for a cheap shot, the warrior is going to get cheap shot. If I go for a sap, the warrior will get sapped. And we cannot afford that to happen right now because I do not have another vanish since I did use it. So there's a trick here. Your mage can actually go for a wand on the intervene on the druid and it will not break the sap. So as you can see here, my mage does go for a wand on the intervene does break, it transfers to the warrior. I come in here, guys, I go for a cheap shot into a full kidney shot there, and the game is pretty much GG's, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here with the intervene situation, but in this scenario I will have double vanish, and I'll be showing you guys what you can do with it in case your mage is not fast enough to wand down the intervene. So as usual, if your partner wants to want to be on the warrior until we find the druid, we do find the druid here, guys. We go for instant cheap shot here into a hemorrhage, into a full gouge, buying time for our mage to get here, into a full kidney shot. He will instantly drink it that. We're waiting for him to go into human form. We instantly go for a blind there, into an immediate vanish. Again, guys, extremely simple, just waiting for the DRs to come out. We go for another sap there. The warrior will intervene the druid here. Our partner is not fast enough to break it, of course, because sap is about to come off. So what we're going to do here, guys, is we're going to go for a cheap shot that will be transferred to the warrior here, into a vanish, into another cheap shot there, guys, into a 4 combo point kidney shot here, spamming the druid with as much damage as possible. We'll go for a counter spell there, and it is pretty much GG's here, guys. I'll be showing you guys one final example for warrior druid, and the reason why I'm showing you this is because you're going to come across a lot of druid warriors in TBC as a rogue mage comp, and I want you guys to get comfortable with this. So we're going to come in here, guys. He's in tree form. We're going to perform the same trick again, go for a full gouge here. Unfortunately, it does not pay off, guys. We have to go for a vanish into a cheap shot there. We do get free. We instantly have to trinket this, guys. Go for a full kidney shot there. Keep spamming him down with damage. He will not trinket this. Now, in this scenario, if the warrior already trinketed quite early, and if he is playing a gnome and only a gnome, you can go for a blind. Now, the reason why I say only a gnome is because if our mage does go for a frost nova, he can actually remove it. So the druid decides to sit this, so we're just going to free cast on him, pumping him down with as much damage as possible, spamming those hemorrhage damage in order to apply those wound poisons. We'll go for a nature swiftness. That was actually his final trick in the book, guys. He does not have anything else. Keep on spamming him down with damage and he will go down there, guys. Now the next example is going to be rogue priest. Now when it does come down to rogue priest, guys, it would really depend on the situation. Both targets are 100% viable to kill, but it would depend on the outcome. Now in this scenario, the priest is actually a dwarf priest, and typically whenever you're playing a rogue mage, guys, you do not want to attack a dwarf priest. Again, only if he is a dwarf. The reason why is because he can remove your bleeds, which is your garrote, which is actually a silence. He can avoid it, and he can remove your wound poison stack, which is horrible, guys. Ideally, we do not want to go for a dwarf priest. So we go for a sap here, trying to find where his partner's at. In the meantime, our partner's going to come in, try to spell steal, and we have to open on the priest in case we cannot find the rogue. But we do happen to find the rogue in this situation, guys. Go for a cheap shot on the rogue here, into a full kidney shot, hoping he does trinket. Our mage will go for a counter spell on the priest. Unfortunately, he's a bit late. He will get a pain suppression here. The rogue will trinket, which is amazing. We instantly just go for a vanish here, guys. Now we are ahead in terms of GCD and CDs. So in this scenario, guys, we can just play it safe. The rogue does not have his trinket. The priest has his trinket, but we still do have a blind with us. And we pretty much just want to wait out the stun DRs on the rogue and then try to reopen. My mage is trying to keep the rogue from going to stealth, and we are trying to wait for a good opener in order to open on the rogue. So I'm going to come in here, guys, go for a cheap shot, immediately go for a Cloaks of Shadows. Now the reason why I go for Cloaks of Shadows, guys, is to avoid the fear from the priest. As you can see here, he goes for a fear, he resists because of Cloaks of Shadows. I go in for a full 5 combo point kidney shot, instantly go for a blind on the priest there because we do need this trinket. Keep on spamming damage on the rogue here. The priest will of course trinket that. Our mage has to go for a sheep here. We go for a bleed on the rogue so he cannot run. I vanish, go for a cheap shot there, and he will go down there, guys. Now I'll be showing you guys another example here. Now in this scenario, I'm going to be showing you a trick similar to what you can do versus a druid warrior. So again, it is a dwarf priest, and typically we do not want to go for them, guys, but for the sake of the video, I'm going to be showing you what you can do in case you do have to go for the priest if you cannot find the rogue here. But in this scenario, I do happen to find the rogue, and the best possible thing to do here is to actually go for a sheep on the priest. But again, for the sake of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys the trick here. So you can come in, instantly go for a cheap shot on the priest, into a full kidney shot there. He will use pain suppression to eat the damage, but since he used pain suppression in order to save himself from the burst and trying to save his partner's trinket, we instantly go for a blind into a preparation vanish here, and basically playing like how we do versus a warrior druid. We go for a sap on the priest. Mage is going to keep the rogue there. We still do have our trinket in case we do need it, and closer shadows as well. Waiting for the stun DRs to come off, go for a sap once again. We're going to come in here, guys, go for a cheap shot. We're going to trinket that stun, go for a full kidney shot there, guys, and it is basically GG's here, guys. Again, typically, whenever it is a dwarf priest, guys, you do not want to open them as a rogue because you cannot garrote them and silence them, and you cannot stack your wound poison. I'll be showing you guys another example here, but in this example, we were actually against Trill, and I did not notice this until I rewatched the footage. So we're going to come in here, guys. Again, it is a dwarf. We do not want to go for a dwarf unless we have to. Going to try and come in here, guys. Go for a sap on the dwarf. Try to get our partner to spell steal the priest. Trill does get a sap on us, guys, which is extremely unfortunate, but it does not mean we lose the match. Our mage is trying to keep the rogue. Unfortunately, he can't, and Trill is going to go for a vanish there. My mage is forced to stay nearby me in case he does open. Trill will open on our mage, trying to pump as much damage as possible. I'm trying to spam a vanish here, trying to regain control for us. I do get blinded, and I do get feared at the same time. We instantly trinket that, go for a vanish into a cheap shot here. He does trinket that, guys. We instantly go for a preparation into a shadow step kidney shot, go for a blind on the healer there, spam Trill down with as much damage as possible, go for a bleed so he cannot reset, and it is basically all over there, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. We're going to come in, shadow step cheap shot on the priest, allowing our mage to spell steal as much as he can. Since it is an undead rogue, guys, we can actually go for him, but it would depend on the situation. If we do happen to get lucky and find the rogue, as of right now, we cannot find the rogue here. Mage will open on the priest, and I'll be showing you guys what you can do here in case you do need to go for the priest. We instantly come in, go for premeditation, into a cheap shot here, into an eviscerate, into an immediate vanish, guys. Come back in, cheap shot once again. We do get cheap shotted here, instantly trinket that, go for eviscerate, and the game is already over, guys. Again, you mainly want to do that in case you cannot find the rogue, and you do have to go for the priest if you have no choice, guys. Now, I'll be showing guys one final example here. Now, in this example, we're actually going to go for the priest, which is a dwarf, and I want to show you guys why you do not want to go for a dwarf priest under any circumstance, since they are extremely tough in TBC. We're going to go for a sap on the priest there. Our mage is going to come in, try to spell steal. The rogue will come out and try to stop our mage. We come in, we cheap shot him, instantly swap to the priest. Again, guys, I am just showing you this to give you an idea of what can happen if you do go for the dwarf priest instead of the rogue. Again, if he was anything else other than a dwarf, we can 100% go for the priest. It is viable, but if he is a dwarf, please do not go on him. And I'll be showing you why right now. We come in, go for vanish, go for a cheap shot. It does get resisted. We spam him with as much damage as we can. We do get feared. We have to trinket this guy to apply pressure on the priest. He goes for a pain suppression. I immediately go for a blind on the rogue there. The rogue will trinket. I will get blinded. Now this is the worst possible situation ever, but it does not mean we lose. We do get cheap shotted here. My partner does have to spam sheeps on the rogue to try and avoid damage here. Unfortunately, he does not get that out. He finally does get the sheep there, guys, but it is a bit late. Again, it does not mean we lose. I get a restealth, go for a sap there. Now, the reason why I go for a sap, guys, is because the priest cannot remove a physical ability. He can remove sheep. I start to eat here, starting to recover. The rogue does not have his trinket here, and I do see a window of opportunity since the rogue does not have his trinket. The priest does have his trinket, but we can go in for multiple sheeps and try to kill the rogue. Now, in this scenario, the rogue is still in combat. The priest is trying to drink since he went I instantly go for a sap on the priest there. Come back in, go for a cheap shot on the rogue here. Spamming with as much possible damage as I can. Go for a full kidney shot. The priest will trinket the sap. My partner can just go in for a full sheep there if he needs to, and the rogue will go down here, guys. And again, that is why you do not want to go for a dwarf priest, guys. They're extremely tough. They can remove your wound poison, your silence, and they do have a pretty good chance of resisting your stuns. Now, the next example is actually going to be hunter priest. Now, when it does come down to this comp, guys, you typically do want to go for the hunter. because the hunter cannot dispel any CCs on the priest and you can just pump him down. So in this scenario, they're sitting on the flare here, guys, and you typically want to sprint out and reach them before they do send their pet and get their pet into combat, which then negates the effect of you sapping the priest. So you do have to sprint out here, guys, and be a little bit fast. We go for the priest, go for a sap on him, instantly open on the hunter here. We try to go for a cheap shot. Unfortunately, the flare does get us, absolutely fine. We go for an evasion immediately, guys, which gives us a 25% chance for any of his ranged abilities to miss. We spam him down with hemorrhage damage, guys, try to build up those wound poisons. The sap is about to come off the priest. We go for a full kidney shot. We really do want them to use their trinkets as fast as possible. Immediately go for a blind on the priest there. He has to trinket that. Keep on pumping him down with damage here, guys. Our mage has to land a sheep as soon as possible on the priest. We go for a vanished cheap shot here, trying to control the situation. We go for a second evasion there, guys. He will get PS'd. The priest will get spell locked here by our mage. We pump down the hunter as much damage as we can, and he will go down there. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're going to come in, sprint out as fast as possible, instantly go for a sap on the priest. We do get a cheap shot on the hunter here. Amazing opener, guys. We go for an immediate kidney shot. He will instantly trinket that, which is amazing because we do want him to use his trinket as fast as possible, guys, so we can restun him later on and kill him. So at this point, it is just the waiting game. We're just waiting for the stun DRs to come off, and we're just surviving here. We're tanking the damage here. The priest will try to go for fear. We instantly stop that by going for a blind. Go for a cheap shot. He will trinket that. Go for fear. We have to trinket that fear, guys. Go for another evasion here. Start spamming down the hunter as much damage as we can. The stun DRs are about to come off, and we can regain control quite soon. We go for a full kidney shot there, guys, and at this point, it is pretty much GG's. We go for a kick there, and it is all over, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. So again, we're going to come in here, guys, as usual, sprint out as fast as possible to avoid them getting into combat by their pet bug. Instantly shadow step, go for a sap on the hunter here. Now you might be thinking, Shiv, why did you sap the hunter? The reason why, guys, is because the priest is not a dwarf. So we're going to sap the hunter here, guys. Instantly sap the priest as well. Unfortunately, he does get me out here. I will trinket that scatter shot. Go for a full kidney shot here on the hunter. He will trinket. I will trinket the scatter shot. Pump him down as much damage as I possibly can. We will land a half sheep on the priest. We're still in the ice block here. The priest will come back in, trying to go for a fear. We instantly stop that with a blind. Instantly go for a cloak of shadows to avoid them from going fear on us, since he did trinket our blind, and finish off the hunter here, guys. Now the next example is going to be Rogue Pharaoh, which is the most common comp you're going to face as Rogue Mage in TBC, guys. So whenever it does come down to this comp, guys, both targets are viable to kill. It really depends on the situation and who you find first. So in this scenario, we do happen to find the rogue here. And please notice I do not instantly open on him, guys, because I'm still looking for the druid. I cannot find the druid here. It's absolutely fine, guys. We go for a resap, premeditation into a cheap shot. The druid will come out. It's absolutely fine. We go for full rupture here. We'll spam him down as much damage as we can. We do not go for a kidney shot just yet, guys. We do get very fired. We close the shadows into an immediate vanish. The rogue will trinket, trying to survive the situation. The rogue trinkets the second cheap shot. Of course, we go for a third cheap shot, and he will go down there, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. Again, both targets are viable to kill. It really depends on the situation. We're trying to see who we find first. We do happen to find the druid first in this situation. We instantly go for a premeditation cheap shot and instantly vanish there, guys. Now you might be thinking, why did you just do that and not go in for some damage? The reason why, guys, is because we do want to contain the situation and control the druid for our mates to deal damage, since the rogue is most likely near him and he could cheap shot us. So we're buying time for our mage. We come back in here, guys, go for another cheap shot there into an eviscerate, instantly go for a vanish there, come back in once again, guys, cheap shot again into a full kidney shot. He will trinket. We trinket the rogue stun, go for a blind on the rogue, chase after the druid here, and he will go down, guys. Now I'll be showing guys another example here, but in this example it is going to be a restoration druid. Now again, it really depends on the situation and who we find first. The druid will come out. We go for a cheap shot here, guys. The rogue will open on us. Our mage is instantly just going to go for a sheep here. He does stop that by going for a vanish there. Absolutely fine, guys. Now, when you do get into a full stun here, guys, you do not instantly want to trinket. We'll go for a vanish here. Swap to the rogue. Go for a cheap shot there. The druid still has his trinket there. It's absolutely fine. The rogue is going to sit our full stuns here. We go for a bleed so he cannot go for a vanish here. And we do kill him here, guys. We still do have a blind. And we still do have CS for the druid. I'll be showing guys another example here. Again, coming in, it depends on who we find first. The druid does come out here. We're trying to find the rogue. We do not instantly just open here, guys. We're trying to find a window of opportunity for our mage in order to see what he can do. But it is typically hard for a mage to control a druid in a fight, so we do have to give him some support. We go for a cheap shot there, guys. Instantly go for a vanish, trying to find the rogue. We instantly sap the rogue here. Come back in, go for a full kidney shot there. The druid is sitting the stun here since the rogue did come out. The rogue trinkets. We immediately go for a blind on his trinket and basically finish off the druid here. Now the next example is going to be Warrior Shaman. Now, when it does come down to this comp, guys, again, both targets are viable to kill. It depends on the situation. So they're going to be sitting down there in the corner, trying to abuse that corner there. We're going to come in, trying to go for a sap here. The shaman does go into wolf form, which is absolutely fine, guys. We're trying to see if we can find a window of opportunity. If he does come out, he does not come out. So what we're going to have to do here, guys, is instantly go for a premeditation into a cheap shot on the shaman here, into an evasion to avoid any damage from the warrior. Our partner's immediately going to go for a frost nova to stop the warrior. We go for full kidney shot. Unfortunately, it does get resisted, guys, which is devastating. So we're just going to go for a full reduced armor here. We're going to kick that heal. Our partner is going to control that warrior. We're going to wait and see if he trinkets. He does trinket. We immediately trinket the charge into a fear. Now you might be thinking, why would you trinket the charge and not a fear that might be coming from the warrior? The reason why, guys, is because when he does charge, he can actually dismantle us for 10 seconds, which is horrible, and we do not want to do that. And the shaman is already pretty low. So we're going to trinket that, go for an immediate blind there, guys, and continue pumping down the shaman. The shaman does get back to full HP, which is horrible, guys. We start going for full bleeds on him, trying to stop any heals that are coming in. The warrior's about to come out of his blind. We instantly go for a sheep there, go for a vanish into a cheap shot on the shaman here, into a full kidney shot. He will trinket that finally, guys. We go for a kick on that heal, and the shaman will go down there, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. We're gonna come in here, guys. The shaman is still in human form. We're actually gonna go for a sheep on the shaman. Now, when this does happen, guys, you have an amazing opportunity to have a strong opener on the shaman here, because we do have complete control. Our partner will go for a full sheep on the warrior. I will go for a cheap shot here, guys. Go for a hemorrhage into a full kidney shot. He gets way too greedy here, guys, and he trinkets way too late here. Our partner does get extremely lucky with his crits, and he will go down there, guys. Again, when it does come down to this comp, your setups are extremely important, as you can see here. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're gonna come in here, guys, go for a sap. Unfortunately, he goes back into wolf form. I cannot sap him here, so we are forced to open on this situation. Premeditation into a cheap shot, into an eviscerate there. Now you might be thinking, Shiv, why didn't you just go in for a kidney shot there? Now the reason why, guys, is because we had an extremely good opener there, and I was hoping my partner could crit with a shatter, which could then lead to him getting down to 10% HP and us possibly finishing him off. Unfortunately, that was not the case. We go in, go for a blind on the warrior there. The warrior does trinket. We vanish, go for a garrote there, go for a full kidney shot there. The shaman will trinket. Now in this situation, they both do not have their trinkets, and it is a matter of time until we do get a good setup. We just have to survive in this situation, guys. So we pop all our defensives. The warrior does get lucky with a mace stun there, which is extremely unlucky for us. We come in, start spamming with hemorrhage damage, try to apply slows to get our partner to come near him. We go for a cheap shot here, guys. We finally get our setup. Go for a full kidney shot there. The warrior is rooted. And it is basically all over here, guys. Again, when it does come down to this comp, you just have to find a really good setup, guys, in order to take down your target while surviving. Now the next comp is going to be Paladin Warrior. Now both targets are viable to kill, guys. It would really just depend on the situation. So we're going to come in here, guys. We're going to go for a sap on the Paladin. We're just waiting for our partner to go in for a sheep on the warrior here and spell steal hand of sacrifice, in case he does need to deal damage. Our partner will get the sheep on the warrior. We immediately open on the paladin here, guys. He will trinket that cheap shot, which is a huge mistake. We go for a full kidney shot there, into eviscerate. He will finally go for a bubble here. We immediately vanish, go for a sprint, basically just waiting for the DRs to come off, or if he's already too low and he hasn't recovered, we can just finish him. Now both targets do not have their trinkets, which is amazing, guys. I still do have my blind. We're just waiting for the stun DRs to come off and go in for another stun. We go for a cheap shot there on the paladin, instantly go for blind on the warrior here, just giving us a good setup into a full kidney shot. Our partner does break the blind, it's still absolutely fine, and it is basically all over here, guys. The paladin does leave and it's over. I'll be showing guys another example here. Again, both targets are viable to kill. It really depends on the situation. So we're going to come in here, guys, go for a sap on the paladin. We go for a sheep on the warrior there. We have a really good setup on the paladin here. We go for a cheap shot. The warrior does trinket, trying to avoid any incoming damage. We go for a full kidney shot on the paladin here. He will go for a bubble. We instantly go for a blind on the warrior there. Unfortunately, guys, my partner does break the blind. We do not have comms here, but it is absolutely fine. The paladin will top himself up. We're just waiting for another good opener here. The warrior does not have his trinket, but the paladin still does have his trinket, guys, which is not the best. Again, just waiting for the stun DRs to come off and waiting for the sheep DR to come off as well. The paladin does go behind the corner here, which is an amazing opportunity for us to go for a cheap shot. We're going to go for a cheap shot here, guys. We're going to go for a full kidney shot there. He will find his trinket. Absolutely fine. We're just buying ourselves some time. Now he lost his trinket. I still do have my vanish. We're trying to get a re-stealth here. The warrior is abnormally low here, guys, so we can actually switch targets. Start going on the warrior here into an eviscerate. Stay near the paladin in case we need to kick, and he will go down there, guys. Now the next example is going to be a ret paladin and a shaman. So we're going to come in here, guys. The ret paladin will use hand to sacrifice on the shaman here. We go for a sap on the paladin here, guys. Our partner's trying to spell steal. He finally does get that hand to sacrifice. We go for a resap on the paladin here. We instantly open on the shaman here. Go for a cheap shot into a full kidney shot there. He will of course trinket that. We go for a vanish into a garrote, spamming him with as much damage as we possibly can. We instantly go for Cloaks of Shadows. The reason why, guys, is because the paladin will go for a Hand of Justice on us and stun us for 5 seconds. And of course he attempts to do that, but we do resist it. Keep on pumping down that shaman with as much damage as possible. Again, the paladin cannot help him if he does get into a full CC here. We already blinded the paladin there. He already wasted his trinket. We just need our partner to get a good CC on him. We keep on spamming down that shaman with damage. Our partner will go for an ice block there, guys. He is getting quite low. We go for a kidney shot. It does get bopped, unfortunately, guys. Again, it is not the end of the world. Finally, the paladin will go for his bubble. At this point, it's pretty much GG, guys, but we do need to survive. I vanish, go for a re-garrote on the shaman here, applying as much pressure as we can. Go for a rupture. Again, bleeds do hit quite hard against high armor targets, guys, and he will go down there. Now, I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're going to sprint out right out the gate, guys. Go for a sap on the paladin, spell steal, hand of sacrifice. Go for a cheap shot on the paladin here. We get a really good opener, guys. We go for an immediate kidney shot there. He will trinket, of course. Go for an NS. Try to get back his HP. Go for a vanish into a garrote here. The paladin will trinket, of course. He goes for a bop. Our partner does spell steal that. We blind the paladin. He does use bubble. We go for a vanish into another cheap shot there, guys. Into a Cloaks of Shadows to avoid any stuns. Go for a kick on the healer there, and he will go down, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're going to come in here, guys. Instantly go for a sap on the paladin there. But unfortunately, I did not see that the shaman did have Hand of Sacrifice on him, since my Gladi add-on was bugging out a bit, and it said he had 12 seconds left. Now, what you typically can do, guys, is wait for the Hand of Sacrifice to almost expire down to 2 seconds, and then go for a sap on the paladin, and then just open. But unfortunately, in this situation, my Gladi was bugging out, and we basically had no choice and just open on the shaman here. I go for a cheap shot. The paladin will bubble that CC, guys, trying to apply as much pressure as he can to my partner. He will bop his partner here, guys. At this point, I really cannot do anything and just have to wait out for those bubbles to come off. It does come off. We go for a shadow step garrote. Instantly go for a blind on the ret, gaining control. He will trinket that, guys. Spamming down the shaman with as much damage as we possibly can. Again, bleeds hit extremely hard here in the TBC, guys, and he will go down there. Now, the next example is going to be a Retribution Paladin and a Rogue. Now, typically, guys, you do want to sap the Paladin and allow your Mage to 1v1 the Paladin, since they cannot really do much against Mages, and wait for a window of opportunity. We do see the Rogue. Unfortunately, guys, the worst possible thing happens. We do get sapped here. My Mage is trying to find the Rogue and avoid him from cheap-shotting me. Unfortunately, the Rogue does cheap-shot me and instantly go for a garrote there, which is devastating, guys. So in this situation, we have to sit this. We go for vanish into a cheap shot here, guys. He will trinket the cheap shot there. I instantly use Cloaks of Shadows to avoid the stun from the paladin. Shadow step into a cheap shot into a full kidney shot there, guys. Instantly blind on the paladin, spamming down the rogue with as much damage as we can. The paladin will trinket. He will bop his partner. Instantly use preparation. Instantly just sprint away here, guys. Come back in, and he will go down here, guys. Again, that was a pretty rough situation. But even if you do get found, you still do have a decent chance of surviving, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. So again, typically you do want your partner to 1v1 the rat to force the rogue to come out and do something so you can have a good opener. You go for a sap on the paladin here, guys. We're waiting for our partner to 1v1 the paladin. We do happen to see the rogue. If you do happen to see the rogue, guys, you can actually just swap on the rogue here. Since our mage can pump him through Blessings of Protection. We go for a cheap shot there. He will instantly trinket. Go for a cheap shot on us. We're going to trinket that, guys. Instantly go for a vanish. We're going to trinket his stun, guys, into an immediate shadow step into a kidney shot. Now you might be thinking, Shiv, why'd you just do that and not just go for a vanish and bleed him? The reason why, guys, is because again, there's absolutely nothing he can do to save his partner. Because again, guys, if his partner does bop him, it does not matter. My mage can still kill him regardless. So we go for a Cloaks of Shadows here to avoid getting stunned. He will finally get bopped there, guys. It will not make a difference and he will go down there. Now the next example is going to be a Shadow Priest Rogue. So we're going to come in here, guys, go for a sap on the priest like you would with a discipline priest, and basically just wait for your partner to get all of his bubbles and buffs. We do happen to see the rogue in this situation. We just go for a sap on the rogue here, shadow step into a cheap shot. If he does trinket this, guys, he's pretty much dead. We go for an eviscerate into a Cloaks of Shadows, and we do not go for a stun because time is of the essence, guys. We can actually pump them down extremely hard here. Because in TBC, they do not have disperse, they do not have much defensives, and we do get them down quite low, they cannot recover. So we go for Cloaks of Shadows into a vanish to avoid the fear, and he will basically go down here, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here, and funny enough, we actually ran into Danny Gaming, which is a really cool streamer. We're gonna come in here, guys, go for a sap on Danny here, trying to find the rogue. Our mage is spell stealing him, trying to get his bubble. Danny will go for a trinket and try to go for a fear there. Unfortunately, it does not work out in his favor since I was not close. We go for a cheap shot here. We do get cheap shotted by the rogue. We do not trinket this, guys. The rogue will go for closer shadows to avoid the sheep. We do get full kidney shotted. Now the reason why we do not trinket this, guys, is because the millisecond we do, we could get blinded. So we're going to go for an immense amount of damage, and he will go down there, guys. We still do have our blind. My partner can resheep the rogue, and it is pretty much GG, guys. Now the next comp is going to be Druid Hunter. So the Hunter is sitting on his trap, and as well as his flare. So what we're going to do here, guys, is our partner's just going to go for a Frost Nova there, because it is impossible to sap him in that situation, and it is way too risky. And we're going to come in here, guys, instantly go for a shadow step, cheap shot on the Druid there, go for a full kidney shot. We're trying to land a sheep on the Hunter. He will trinket the sheep. I continuously spam down the Druid here. At this point, I can just go for a full blind on the Hunter, and we have a good 9 seconds on the Druid here. We keep on pumping him down with damage, guys. There's really nothing much they can do. Go for a cheap shot there, and he will go down. I'll be showing you guys another example here. Again, when it does come down to this comp, we pretty much counter them in every aspect. It is all about getting a good setup. So they're sitting on the flare again. We're going to go for a sap on the Hunter here. We do come out, it's absolutely fine. We go for an evasion into a ghostly strike to avoid the stun from the Druid. Keep on pumping him down with damage. The Hunter has to sit that sap, guys, because if he does trinket that, guys, we can just go for a full blind. He will get sheeped here. We continuously pump down the Druid. There's nothing he can do, and he will go down, guys. Now, the next comp is going to be Druid Warlock. Now, when it does come down to this comp, guys, it is pretty rough for rogue mages, but I'll be showing you what you can do here. We're going to sprint out here, guys, instantly shadow step into a sap on the Warlock. The reason why we do that is because Warlocks do tend to have good stealth detection, and they could possibly find us. And as well as them trying to get into combat with our mage before we can land a sap. So we shadow step, go for a sap on him, trying to find the enemy Druid. We do find him, guys. Go for a cheap shot there, into a full gouge, buying our mage some time to get here, into a full kidney shot there, guys. Unfortunately, he does go into bear form there. He will trinket that, however. And in this situation, we can pretty much go for a full blind on him like you would with a warrior Druid. And we're pretty much just waiting for the stun DRs to come off, so we can kill the Druid. Now, your mage just basically has to survive the situation. We go for a resap here, go for a cheap shot, into a full kidney shot, and it is pretty much GG, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. Again, sprint out, go for a sap immediately on the Warlock, guys. We do not even want to give him a millisecond chance of getting into combat. We find the Druid here. Again, go for a cheap shot there, into a full gouge, into a kidney shot here, guys. He will trinket that, of course. We're trying to find the window of opportunity. He has to come out of his form at some point. He does. We go for a blind, instant vanish, and it is pretty much GG here, guys. We're just waiting for the stun DRs to come off. The Warlock will try to go for an AoE fear. It's absolutely fine. We just avoid it. Go for a resap on the Druid there. We still have closer shadows. Stun DRs are completely off. Go for a cheap shot into a closer shadows to avoid the death coil, to a full kidney shot, and then it's pretty much GG, guys. I'll be showing guys another example here. And again, I'm showing guys multiple examples here because I want you to get used to this situation. Again, sprint out, go for a sap on the Warlock. Now in this situation, we actually could not find the Warlock. So what we're going to do here, guys, is basically wait and get a good window of opportunity on the Warlock here. Again, anything is possible in TBC, guys. You can kill both targets. It depends on the situation. So at this point, I assume the Druid is extremely far away from the Warlock. We go in for a cheap shot here. We do not go for a kidney shot, guys, because we do have the kidney shot the Druid at some point to get his trinket. The Druid will come out. So in this situation, we're instantly going to swap targets. I instantly go for vanish, shadow step into a cheap shot on the Druid there, gaining maximum control here. Full kidney shot. He is not going to trinket this, guys. We are basically just going to pump down as much damage as we can. We go for vanish into another cheap shot there, guys. He does not expect it. He trinkets, but way too late, and he will go down. Now, I'll be showing you guys one final example, but in this scenario, I want you guys to pay very, very close attention here. This is extremely important, and this is a huge mistake I made as a rogue, playing rogue mage versus a warlock druid. So I want you guys to notice in the top right corner, I do have a buff on me, and the druid does have a fell hunter. Now, what fell hunters can do, guys, is that they can absorb magic, and my partner did buff me with a magic spell. So I'm gonna come in here, guys, go for a sap. The warlock is out of his mount, meaning in which he can use his pet. He uses his pet to detect magic. He does detect me, guys. He consumes my magic, revealing my location and getting me out of stealth. I immediately have to vanish this, guys, because I cannot afford to lose Cloaks of Shadows this early on in the fight, which is devastating. Now our win-loss ratio went down because I made that mistake as a rogue, and I should have clicked off that buff the millisecond I saw a warlock. Again guys, when you are facing a warlock and he does have his Fell Hunter out, please do click off any of the buffs your partner gave you, because it can cost you a vanish. And again, this was completely my fault. I basically reduced our chances of winning, so please do not do the same mistake I did here. Regardless, we do get a sap on the warlock here. We do see the druid, go for a cheap shot, buying time for our partner to get here, go for a full gouge, full kidney shot there, spamming him with as much damage as we possibly can. He will trinket, we go for a blind, into an immediate vanish. Our partner just has to survive the situation, guys. We go for a sap on the druid here. Again, waiting for the stun deals to come off. It comes off, and he will basically go down here, guys. Now the next example is going to be priest warlock. So we're going to come in here, guys, go for a sap on the warlock, instantly open on the priest here, trying to apply as much pressure as we can. Go for a full kidney shot there. He will trinket that. He does go for a pain suppression here. Now you actually do have two choices, guys. You can actually just go for a blind on the priest here, or you can save it for the warlock. I would recommend just going for a blind on the priest, but in this scenario I did go for a growth here. Since I did react a bit too fast, I go for a blind on the warlock. Of course he has to trinket that. My partner can just go for a sheep on him. I do get feared here, but I will not trinket the fear, guys, because we are not pressured. We basically do have to wait for the DRs to come off anyways, so there's absolutely no reason to trinket this. So we go for Cloaks of Shadows, try to get a restart here, instantly reopen on the priest, go for a full kidney shot, and it is basically all over here, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We sprint out, shadow step, sap the warlock immediately, guys, before he gets into combat. Now this was a dwarf priest, and again, as I've said before, guys, we do not really want to kill dwarf priests, but the current setup that we have, we got a really good sap on the warlock there, and we can basically try to get some GCDs and CDs out of the priest. So we go for a cheap shot. Unfortunately, it does get resisted. I have to vanish, cheap shot again. Again, just another reason as to why you do not want to go for these guys. Go for a full kidney shot. He will trinket that, guys. He goes into a pain suppression. Now, at this point, he basically uses everything that he has. We start running around the corner, trying to LOS the warlock there. We go for a blind on the warlock, spamming down the priest with as much damage as we can, while using the corners to our advantage. We go for Cloaks of Shadows there, avoiding any of the damage. We go for a vanish. We go for a cheap shot there. We do not go for a garrote, guys, because he still has his racial. He does use his racial just now. We go for a full kidney shot here, using the corners to our advantage, and he will go down here, guys. But it is now the next example, guys, is going to be a priest warrior. Now when it does come down to this comp, guys, again, both targets are viable to kill. It just depends on the situation. So we sprint out here, guys, trying to go for a sap on the priest. The warrior immediately does use intervene on the priest. I tell my partner to immediately back away because he cannot see what's happening, since he is using his invisibility spell and he cannot see what's occurring. So I immediately tell him to back away here, waiting for the intervene to come off. It has come off now. We come back in, go for a sap on the priest here, trying to regain control, hoping my partner can just go for a sheep on the warrior. I go for a cheap shot on the priest here, into a full 5 combo point kidney shot. He will of course trinket that, guys. I will get feared. I have to trinket this. Use evasion, keep on spamming down damage on that priest. Go for a blind on the warrior there. Now, what I could have done, guys, and probably should have done, is just go for an immediate blind on the priest when he lost his trinket. But it is absolutely fine. We do get feared here by the warrior. At this point, we are ahead in terms of CDs. We go for a blind on the warrior there, since he did trinket the sheep. Keep on spamming down damage on that priest there, guys. Waiting for the GCDs to come off. We go for a vanish into a garrote, since he already used his racial, into a full kidney shot there, guys. And at this point, it is pretty much GG here, and he will go down, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're gonna come in, go for a sap on the priest. The warrior is trying to AoE us out. My partner will come in. We go for a cheap shot on the priest here, regaining control. He will immediately trinket that, guys. Horrible move. We go for an immediate kidney shot there. We do get feared, which is absolutely fine. My partner will go for a sheep on the warrior. Priest will dispel it. We still do have our blind with us. We go for a cheap shot here, and then I immediately go for a blind on the priest. Unfortunately, my partner does break it, guys, but it is already too late for the priest anyways, and he will go down here. Now, the next example is going to be priest mage. Again, as long as the priest is not a dwarf, we can still go on the priest. Now, in this situation, guys, both targets are viable to kill, but ideally you do want to go for the healer, since it is quite easier. So we're going to come in here, guys. We're going to go for a sap on the mage here, waiting to see if he trinkets. He will trinket the sap. We instantly cheap shot the priest here. Go for a blind on the mage. full kidney shot on the priest. Now the mage does not have his trinket, he does not have ice block, and we can just go for a sheep here. He will get spell countered. We are pumping down the priest with as much damage as we can. He will go for a late pain suppression here, guys. We go for a vanish to avoid any of the CCs, and he will go down here, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're going to come in here, guys, trying to go for a sap on the mage, and trying to go for a sap at max distance. We shadow step to the dwarf into the corner. He will trinket, guys. Go for a fear, we instantly trinket that fear. Go for a full kidney shot there. Use cloaks of shadows. Go for a blind on the mage there. Again, you could go for a blind on the priest, guys, but he was already pretty low, and we just want to pump him down with as much damage as we can, and he will go down here, guys. Now, the next example is going to be warlock rogue, which is the most common comp here, guys. So we're going to come in here, guys, go for a sap on the warlock, trying to give our partner the best possible opener that we can get. We do see the rogue, we go for a sap on the rogue here. We instantly just cheap shot the warlock. Go for an immediate eviscerate there. Now you might be thinking, Shiv, why did you not go for a kidney shot there again? The reason why, guys, is because he would just trinket that, go for a death coil, and we just want to get him down as fast as possible before that sap comes off the rogue. We instantly go for a vanish here into a garrote, negating any possible advantage that he has in order to recover. The rogue will have to trinket that sap, guys. We trinket his stun, we blind him, and basically finish off the warlock here, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here. We're going to sprint out, trying to sap the warlock before he can get into combat, while trying to simultaneously find the rogue. We go for a sap, trying to find the rogue here. We go for a pre-vanish. Now, you might be thinking, why did you just go for a pre-vanish? The reason why, guys, is because the rogue is most likely near the warlock, and I could not see him at all, meaning he most likely used a pre-vanish, maxing out his chance in trying to find us. So we do find the rogue there, go for a sap, open on the warlock here, go for a full kidney shot into a cloaks of shadows because he will try to go for a trinket into a death coil. We avoid that instantly, trying to save our trinket for a blind. The rogue will trinket. We can just go for a blind of the rogue, continuously pumping down the warlock here, and it is pretty much GG here, guys. Now, the final comp I'll be showing you guys is the most notorious one and a hard counter for rogue mage, which is going to be double rogue. Now, I'll be showing you guys multiple examples here because I do want you guys to get used to this. We do see the enemy rogue. Now, if you do happen to see the first rogue, guys, you just want to sap him there and try to buy time for your mage to come in. The other rogue will open on our mage. Unfortunately, I've already opened on the other rogue that I've sapped. We go for a cheap shot into an immediate rupture, into an immediate vanish, guys. Now you might be thinking, didn't you just continuously pump them down? It is because they have 2 blinds, 2 stuns, and they can kill you instantly, guys. Which is why we instantly have to go for a vanish. Now both of them have lost their trinkets, which is amazing. Our partner can easily 1v1 this rogue, guys. We come back in, go for a cheap shot into a full kidney shot, into another vanish there, guys. Again, we are just giving our partner every window of opportunity to kill him and get him low before the other rogue comes out and is forced to do something. We go for a full garrote here, and he is basically dead, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here. Both rogues come out, they open on my partner. I come out here, go for a cheap shot into a rupture, into an immediate vanish, giving our partner every advantage as possible. He goes for a cloaks of shadows, we instantly cheap shot that, into a vanish, into another cheap shot, into an eviscerate there, guys. Continuously pumping him down with damage. We do have bleeds on him, so he cannot run, and it is basically all over there, guys. I'll be showing you guys another example here, but in this scenario, guys, I am playing an undead here, and if you are playing an undead, there's actually a trick you can do here as rogue mage, and basically just wait down and try to shadow step. But in this scenario, guys, I am playing an undead, so we do want to keep away as far as possible and wait out until perception is gone, and 20 seconds has already passed. They've opened up on my partner here. We're going to come in here, go for a cheap shot into a full kidney shot there, guys. Trying to pump him down with as much damage as we possibly can. Go for another cheap shot there into an eviscerate, and he will go down. Now, I'll be showing you guys another trick you can actually perform here versus double rogue. Again, only if you're playing an undead. Your partner can actually stand on the rope leading to the bridge and the pillar, and you can wait down, and you can actually wait down with a shadow step distance. So we're just waiting to see if the rogue does open on our partner. The rogue will open, we shadow step instantly, guys. Go for a cheap shot into a rupture, instantly vanish. He will trinket that, and we're just trying to buy our partner windows of opportunity to get him down low. Chasing down the rogue here, he will go for a vanish. Now he wasted 2 vanishes, guys, and they are at a horrible situation here. The enemy rogue will get a restuff there. It's absolutely fine, guys. We still have a blind. Cheap shot on the other rogue here. Into a vanish cheap shot once again. Into a full kidney shot. He will trinket that. He will get sapped. We instantly trinket. go for heavy damage, and he will go down there, guys. Showing guys one other example here. But in this scenario, I actually do get sapped by one of the rogues, and I'll be showing you what you can do here in this situation. This situation, guys, you do have a 70% loss rate because both rogues can just get down that mage extremely fast, or they can just open on you. I get sapped. They do open on my partner here. Instantly have to trinket this sap, guys. Immediate blind into a vanish. The reason why, guys, is because they can get my partner's HP quite low very, very fast. If I do not play risky here, they will eventually kill him and 2v1 me. So I trinket, go for an immediate blind into an immediate vanish to avoid getting blinded by them. At this point, it's your job as the rogue to try and even out the playing field as much as possible. So what we're actually going to do, guys, is babysit the rogue, go for a sap here, waiting to see if our partner can get the other rogue quite low. We cheap shot into a rupture, spamming with damage. He trinkets, the other rogue does trinket as well, and it is already too late for them, and they will go down here, guys. And yep, that is how you can beat every comp as a rogue mage comp in TBC, guys. Hope the video was useful in any way, shape, or form. Do leave a like if it did help, and follow the Discord. And I'll see you guys in the next video.